Did you know there is a habit that can completely transform your posture, energy levels, and confidence in just 5 minutes a day? A couple years ago, before I started working with complete beginners, I'd never expect it's possible that a person cannot hang for more than 10 seconds. Then I figured out it's actually quite common. Many adults completely lost their ability to hang. Our sedentary lifestyles made us weak and our shoulders fragile. And hanging, like not many other things, can really fix a lot of issues, a lot of damage caused by sitting a lot. So in this video, I'll show you exactly why you should do this and how you can add this to your day so you can see results in no time. But why would you do this? Why would you hang every single day? First of all, it completely decompresses your spine. When you're going throughout your day, doesn't matter what you do. If you're sitting a lot, if you're walking a lot, if you're running, if you are lifting heavy things from the ground, when you're going throughout your day, your spine, all the discs, they are squeezing together, right? They are going very close and they are basically being squished like that. And it's unavoidable. That's why also when you wake up, maybe you don't know about this, but when you wake up, you're a tiny bit higher than you are in the night, and it's because of that. And this is what happens when you start to hang. Your spine goes like this, right, making a very good relief for your body. So this is just one of many things. Another thing is that it improves your posture. It completely restores the natural overhead position of your shoulders. We are not doing this movement a lot throughout our lives. We are just sitting all day. We are practically never doing this, and your shoulders are made to move in 360 degrees, like this, like this, like this. They are made to move a lot in every direction. And besides that, it strengthens the muscles responsible for the posture. Another thing is that it improves your grip strength significantly. So it makes your forearms much stronger. So it's much easier for you to lift heavy things. If you go to the gym, for example, you do a deadlift, you can just lift much more. You can carry stuff much longer. When you go with your wife to the shop, you can carry more grocery bags because your grip is much stronger, and then your wife doesn't have to carry it. That's pretty good. And also another cool fact about strong grip is that based on all the research that we have, it's pretty widely known that people with stronger grip live longer. So if you wanna live longer, have stronger grip. Another good thing is that if you have some shoulder injury, hanging is one of the best things you can do to heal that. The good doctors who know what they do, there is many of them who before prescribing the surgery or instead of prescribing some medicine, they prescribe hanging. So the patients come to them saying they have some problems with shoulders, they have a lot of pain, they have this pain for very long, nothing works. And these doctors, they just prescribe for them to go hang for a few minutes every single day. But not hang at one time, hang like throughout the day, maybe 5 times a day for 1 minute each, 10 times a day, 30 seconds each, doesn't matter. It's very good to hang. This heals your shoulders, and it's basically your bones, they're adaptable. They can change, they can reshape. Not sure if you know this, but your bones really can reshape, just like your jawline can reshape from nasal breathing. When people are mouth breathers, they have much less attractive jawlines. So jaw can reshape the same like your shoulder can reshape. And the shoulders, they can reshape by hanging. Then you will have more shoulder mobility, which is also very important for your life in general. And especially if you train handstands or overhead presses, your shoulder mobility also helps with that. People who train handstands know this the best because you cannot really do a proper handstand if you don't have open shoulders. So if you cannot lift your arms very straight up without bending your spine like this. So hanging literally reshapes your bones, your shoulders for better function. There is no reason not to do it. As a bonus, it also strengthens your core. The harder variations of hanging, swinging for example, they are working your core much more because you need to stabilize yourself very much. Passive hang doesn't work your core very much, but active hang does, and I'll explain it very soon. Actually now. So you have two types of hangs. You have a passive hang, which can be also called a dead hang, and you have also the opposite, which is active hang. Passive and active. Passive hang is the one that is completely relaxed, and this one is the one that works on your mobility the most. And to do a passive hang, you just completely relax your whole body except your forearms, because if you relax your forearms, you will just fall from the bar, right? So you need to completely relax your body. And the passive hang is when your shoulders come closer to your ears, like this. You'll be hanging like this. So this is the passive hang. And then you have an active hang. So active hang is the one for stability. You have passive for mobility, and you have active for stability. This one also works your strength a little bit more. And with this one, you have shoulders going away from the ears. So shoulder blades going down, like this. Your shoulder blades go like this down, and you're stiff. Your core goes stiff, like this, and your shoulder blades down, and you hang like this. This is much more difficult than the passive hang, but it's also very good. And I wouldn't say one is better than the other one, because both of them are great. So train both of them. This is the best tactic. Now you know the two types of the hang. But how about the variations of the hang? You can also hang in different ways. So first of all, you have just a normal hang. You're just hanging like that with arms shoulder width apart, or can be wider, can be closer also. Doesn't matter, you can mix it up. I'm mixing it up all the time. It doesn't matter very much. For many people, as I said before, many adults completely lost the ability to hang. That's why you can do also supported hang. So you do it like this. You're hanging normally, you just grab the bar and you hang, but with legs on something. So you just assist yourself with your legs and you just hang like this for a minute. Once you can hold like this for a minute, then you lift one of the legs slowly, you switch the legs, then you lift both of the legs, and that's how you learn the full dead hang. And after some time, when the normal dead hang becomes too easy, you can do weighted dead hangs. So you can put a weighted vest, weighted belt for pull-ups, or whatever, ankle weights, where you can put something that will make you heavier and it will make your dead hangs harder. It's pretty good stuff to have. But if you don't have weights, if you don't wanna do weighted, you can do switching ones, just like this. So you hold the bar with two arms, you slowly lift one arm, and then you switch, you lift the other arm, and you switch like this all the time the arms. Pretty simple. And this one is a progression to the one arm hang. One arm hang, just like the name suggests, looks just like this. You just hang on one arm. Pretty good stuff. Pretty advanced, and I wouldn't recommend doing this too much. I would recommend doing more of the weighted ones instead, because hanging too much on one arm can actually injure your elbow, but it's not 100% that it will injure your elbow. There is a higher chance than normally, but I'm not saying it will. If you don't have other choice, you can do this. Just don't overdo this. Then you have swinging. You can swing just like that. You do one kick to the front and you just swing back and forth. It makes the hanging a little bit harder, and it also engages your core a lot more, which is pretty cool. So these are all the variations. I know, maybe I skipped something. I didn't go very deep into that, so just train them. But how do you go about it? How do you start? How do you actually do that? First of all, you need to find yourself any spot to hang. This is the first step, obviously. And there are many ways to do this. You don't need to have a pull-up bar like this. It's good to have a pull-up bar like this one, for example, but it's not a must. If you don't have yet, maybe you want to buy in the future, but you don't have now, you can start now anyway. You can do this also with gymnastic rings hanging off the bar, or gymnastic rings hanging off the ceiling or off the wall, whatever. They are very good because they are free. Your rings can move to the sides and whatever. So it's also pretty good advantage to have when you train with rings instead of the pull-up bar. Or maybe you're living in a 2-floor house and maybe you have stairs like this that you can grab from behind and you can just hang on them. I would do this. Or if you have a tree in front of your house, you can just go out. If it has some nice horizontal tree branch, you can just hang off this 30 seconds. You can do some pull-ups, you can do whatever on it, right? It's pretty good. And it's also very nice because it's very thick, so you cannot really grab it very properly. So it works your grip strength even more than if you do this on pull-up bar. It's also very good benefit. Or you have a beam, just like this one. Or look, you can even go with your kid to a playground and you can just play with your kid in there. There are usually some monkey bars on the playgrounds. I used to train on those, literally, when I was living on a village where I didn't have any calisthenics park or gym, and it was also pretty good. I did nice gains on it. So when you go with your kid to a playground, just move a little bit. Instead of sitting on the bench waiting for your kid, you can play with your kid. You can challenge with him or her who does monkey bars faster, who does it better. This will also motivate your kid to do this stuff with you, because what monkey does, monkey do, right? When your kid sees you doing this stuff, your kid will be also more likely to do this. So it has a lot of benefits to do it with your kid on the playground, if it's not occupied by other kids, of course. That would be it. Maybe you have some other choices. Use some imagination, just think a little bit. You have probably some way to do this. I don't know, how do you live, where do you live? Most probably there is no excuse for you not to do this. Most probably you can find some place to hang from. I just feel like I need to mention it, that you don't have excuse. If you have arms, and yeah, that's it. If you have arms, you have no excuse not to hang. If you don't have arms, then I will accept your excuse not to hang. But if you have arms, you have no excuse. You can probably find some place to hang. Maybe it's not the best place. Maybe it's not even. You can hang anyway. You can do one hang like this and then rotate and do other side, so it will be even for you. Just do it, stick to it for 30 days at least, and see the difference. See the improvement in your posture. And the improvement in your posture will give you another benefits, like more confidence, because when you have better posture, you have more confidence. You have more energy, because your energy works also based on your mood. And so when you have better confidence, you have better mood, you have more energy, and more energy also gives you more confidence. Your life will can literally become better from hanging. I know it sounds funny, but you will have less pain also. If you have less pain, your life is also better. It might be the thing. And yeah, I recommend you to do 5 minutes every single day, no days off, no exception, because it's only 5 minutes. It's only 5 times 1 minute. Think of it. It's literally nothing. It's almost no time at all. So just spread it throughout the day. Take your reminders app, your to-do app. Just put maybe every 2 hours notification to go hang. If you are working at home, I have like this, that I just get up and I go do random hangs, right? I sit for an hour, maybe 2 hours, and I go out to hang here on this pull-up bar. Sometimes I bring this pull-up bar inside of the home because now this is like, let's say 100 steps to my office, or maybe 50 steps, something like this. It's too far. So sometimes I bring this pull-up bar to my office, and then I'm much more likely to actually do this. So it's also very good to have it very accessible. That's why it's very good to also have a door frame pull-up bar. I forgot to mention it before actually when I was telling about all the options how to hang. So you can also have a door frame pull-up bar. They are not the best, but they're good to have in your office door. I don't know how much you drink, but you should drink a lot. And if you drink a lot, then you need to pee quite often. And this is also a good excuse to just get up and do a hang. So you get up, and every time you pass the door frame, you do a 30-second hang or 1 minute hang. Let's say 30 seconds, so it will be more manageable. Make for yourself a rule that every time you pass through that door, you don't just pass. You stop and you do a 30-second hang. If you do this every single time you go to the kitchen, you will easily accumulate 5 minutes every day, which is awesome, man. 5 minutes of hanging for free, basically. And you'll also feel better during your work because you will be a little bit more decompressed. So maybe your back will not be hurting after all these hours of work. I don't know how much you work. If you work at home, I see it a lot throughout the day. So I do these hangs quite often. If you do it like me, if you don't have a door frame pull-up bar, then just set yourself reminders every 2 hours, every 3 hours, whatever works best for you, and do a hang. 1 minute hang every 2 hours, 30-second hang every 1 hour, something like this. It will be great. Your hands will be hurting as heck after 2 days of doing this, but it's worth it. You have nothing to lose, a lot to gain, so do it. And just make sure you increase the difficulty of hanging every single day, every single week, whatever. Just increase by a little bit. If you did this week every time 30 seconds, the next week maybe you wanna do 40 seconds every time, and then the next week 50 seconds every time. It's progress. And once you get to 60 seconds, instead of adding more time, just take a harder variation of it. For example, the switching one, so you hold on one arm and you switch arms, right, like this, and you do 60 seconds of this. But yeah, just keep in mind to progress, because what is a life without the progress? I wouldn't like it if you ask me. So all you need to know is that hanging is good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Besides that, you need to improve, and it only works if you stay very consistent with that. If you never skip a day. Okay, you can skip from time to time 1 day, but don't skip more than 1 day. Be very consistent with that, and then you'll see great results. Great improvements in strength, great improvements in your posture. So do it. But if you want more help, if you want some accountability, you can always join our community for beginners, where I help you get stronger. And there I will make a post about this video, and this post you guys can basically treat like an accountability post. So you join our community, you'll be hanging out with other people, other men on the same mission to becoming stronger, to feel better. And so once you are in the community, every single day make a comment. Day 1, check mark. It means it's done. And you put check marks if you do, let's say, 5 hangs every single day. And then we will see you posting this or you not posting this, and we'll be helping you, we'll be keeping you motivated, right? It's always good to have other people around who do the same stuff. It's motivating. So if you want, there is a link in the description. You can join. It's called the Warrior Society, and I'll see you inside. Ciao.